and welcome. Today I am unboxing, planning, and installing drip irrigation for my container fruit trees. We got our tubing. This is 1/2-inch poly drip tubing. Alright, Henry, and you're exactly where I need to be, as usual. Okay, so I gotta open this box. I gotta open this box. I gotta open it. Henry, thank you, baby. Thank you. Alright, in this box we have the 1/4-inch tubing fittings, so all different pieces. Stakes, I believe this is a 50 pack. This is 1/2-inch connectors. End piece that'll go right over there. 1/4 tubing, 1/4-inch tubing. And then we have our hole punch tubing cutter. Ta-da! All right. Yes, thank you, Freya. Thank you for all your magnificent help. And then a drip irrigation faucet adapter. This comes with a filter and then a pressure regulator and then a end cap adapter. So this will be able to fit this. Awesome. Okay. Last but not least, we have our timer for the irrigation. So, there we go. Just kind of organize everything so that goes like that. Ta-da! You having fun? You having fun? How are you? Hello, Freya. Hi, baby. Alright, so again, 1/2-inch tubing, 1/2-inch tubing connectors, end caps, nozzles to turn them on and off, 1/4-inch tubing, 1/4-inch connectors, and then these will be the spray nozzles. 50 piece. Here is the cutter. So this will be used for cutting into that and that. This will be the hose connector. So this will go like so. Hello, Freya. Alright, so the way that my garden works is I have a hose wall here, and then my fruit trees are up here. So this is the hose. I'm going to need the tubing. Alright, so let's just build this out real quick. So I have my fruit trees going here. Let's say those are my fruit trees. Fruit trees here. Right. And then I have more along the wall. There. So those are the areas that I need my line to get to. So this black is going to represent the 1/2 inch tube. This is the distribution tube. And so I'm going to need a line to go here, this way, as well as this way, and here. So I'm going to write to be continued here because eventually, so we have, hello Freya, so we have a pathway that goes this way and this way, and there's the fence. Let me just move the camera very, very slightly. So eventually, this would go here and here. But for now, I'm cutting it off right there. And I'm cutting this one off. And we'll be cutting this one off as well. So this is where the distribution line needs to go. And then one day, it'll go that way as well. And then I'm going to take the 1/4 inch tubing, right? And I'm going to use that to go to each tree. So I got 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. I also have another row of trees that I'm working on to go through the middle here. So the distribution line is actually also going to need to go through the middle there. And then we'll do the 1/4 inch tubing to all of these trees, containers, or what have you. So essentially, that's what everything is going to look like. And that's the plan. Eventually, I will be cutting this off and moving possibly the trees here. And at that point, I would just use a plug to plug this line up so it just goes that way. Then I would move all this over here. Then I would connect it via this future connector. So those are the plans for now, and I just kind of wanted to take you through everything. And so the distribution lines include the 1/2 inch, and then the 1/4 inch will go to each container, and that'll have a drip emitter so that everything can be watered, and I won't have to worry about the summer. So it's quite messy, but hopefully you get the idea. Alright, so here's the plan. The hose is over there. I'm going to do the 1/2 inch tubing all the way around, along the wall, along the front. Eventually, I'm going to be moving some fruit trees along the fence line, so excuse the mess. That is the plan. And then we'll have the 1/4 inch tubing going to each individual plant. Okay, so basically how this works is you're gonna have your drip tubing. They come in 1/4 or 1/4 inch size, as well as a 1/2 inch size. So the bigger line is your distribution tubing, and then you connect the 1/4 inch to that. And then you have these connectors. So these are for the 1/2 inch line, which is the bigger line. And you have your T-heads. You've got end caps, or to make a corner, 90-degree caps. Connectors, so to connect 2 lines, right? So there's a variety of shapes. And then for this tubing, I have a whole pack I got off of Amazon. So there's a 4-way, a T-head, an end strip. This is just a connector for the 1/4 inch tubing to connect to the 1/2 inch tubing. There's also end plugs. So let's say like you make a hole and you want to just plug it up, you can. So it's very versatile. And then we also have these. So this part will cut the wire, and this part will put a hole in the distribution tubing. And so, for example, let's say I wanted to make a cut about right there. Right here. Like so. So I have 3 strips. And I have this T-head right here. So let's go ahead and, so I've been kind of using this for the first part. And then you just kind of shove it in. Like so. Thanks for the help, Freya. Yes. And then these drip emitters, little stakes, will connect to the ends. Hey, Freya. Freya! It's not for you, but. Yeah, that's not for you to bite. Alright, we have the 2 ends. I'm going to use these to attach the line to my 1/2 inch irrigation tubing. So drip irrigation is a lot easier than you think. I was able to learn overnight how to build my system. There are better, how-tos. This is just a video of me doing it. This isn't like a formal how-to. If you want like a better video, I recommend the Drip Depot. Their video was extremely informative and clear and concise. So I would go there. There's so many videos and it's so much easier than you think. But what was not easy was pushing all the parts together. I'm not used to using my hands like that, and I kept pressing all the tubings into the fittings. And I mean, if you have like a more simple design, I suppose it'll be less handwork. But my hands were so tired, and the next day, my wrists and my hands felt so delicate and sore and just kind of awful. And so I definitely recommend pacing yourself, do a little bit at a time. By the end of this video, I'm not even fully finished. The majority of the drip irrigation is finished. The only thing I have yet to do is the line going to the left of my house for my blueberries. But the fruit tree section is pretty much finished. But I will say, like, nobody warned me how much this would be on your hands. So take it one at a time for sure. As far as the cost of my project, I think I spent $150 for all of the supplies. So I had looked at some kits And for what I was gonna need specifically for like 50 trees, it was better that I bought each item individually. And I mean, like, this is so easy. You can literally learn overnight, like I did, how to put all the parts together and then just add to your cart what you need. So you don't need to buy a kit, especially if you have very specific needs like feeding 50 fruit trees in containers. I definitely think this is well worth it. Last summer, I had a hard time finding motivation to hand water all of my container trees because it was just so hot. So this will be making sure all of my trees are taken care of. And we plan on traveling, so while we're away, I won't have to worry either. Alright, so I have my 1/2 inch distribution line here, and I have connector right there. So the line that I just made, I will be connecting here. And that will have these connectors that go straight into the pot, like so. So here's the hose connection. Have the sprinkler timer, backflow preventer, filter, pressure regulator, and hose adapter. So this hose adapter allows the 1/2 inch tubing. Here's a connection point. So I made a little T-head. One goes that way, which is gonna go to all the berries, and one goes the other way to the rest of the garden and feeds all of these fruit trees. One goes there and one goes there. And then I'm gonna have a middle row right here. So there's another T-head, and then the pipe is gonna go straight through like so for another row. That'll be for later when the trees come in. And then going along this route is a placeholder for some trees coming in. And then you can see the rest of the fruit trees have the irrigation. There's going to be a peach tree there. And then for later, I have this tubing that goes all the way back there. And that'll lead to the fence in case I want to do irrigation over there. I don't believe I put this on right, but this is the only end cap that I got that didn't leak, so I'll be ordering more of these. So that's everything for now. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't forget, go plant a tree.